This time, hello beautiful people, internet people. This time we are in Africa. We are going to depart from Birao, Foxtrot Echo Foxtrot, India. The temperature outside is 91 Fahrenheit, which is around 33 Celsius. And we're going to fly is 1 hour 45 minutes to the airport of Foxtrot Tango Tango Alpha, which is also at 91 Fahrenheit. The same temperature, both airports. Actually 36, the destination. As you can see, the temperature oil is already going up. However, I'm going to replace it because obviously with temperatures reaching 91, I have to do a oil change. Let's try the Psi 50. So we will try the opposite exact of the spectrum. Do the change of oil, and also obviously we'll fill it completely. Look how we empty. I'm going to use 140 liters, sorry, gallons. I think it's gallons. Around 140 gallons of fuel for this flight. I don't think I need, and I will that many, and I will get everything. I will take everything. How do you say? Empty. The plane is going to be empty. As you can see, when you replace the temperature, it gives the oil this temperature, which is not the right one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the flight. It's 15 degrees with the other one, and it's 23 degrees. It doesn't change it. I assume it's like it's not affected by the exterior temperature, no matter you do. Open radiators 35 degrees. Obviously, if you close them, sky is the limit, as you know. Okay, so what I'm going to do. Oh, the oil is the second temperature. Oh, I think it is a bug that it gives the temperature and it doesn't allow it to move. What happens if I just check? If I do make so now and feels the temperature of everything, is it going to change also the temperature? I think so. He's putting the fuel, refilling the fuel. I'm going to wait until it finishes, and then I will reset the flight so it takes the new temperature correctly. Give me a second. I haven't reset it yet because I want you to look at something. Look at the indicator of oil quantity. Here it's totally full, and that's why I put this red mark here. This is totally full once when you when you top up, when you change the oil completely, change the grade oil. This is the maximum they give you, which is 74, I think, 74 pounds. Look what happened when I do a reset. We'll reset from here. Click reload. Empties, and look at that. Now the total is the same exact in theory, but the total is now 84, 85, and now the temperature is going to read correctly. Okay, I'm going to wait a little and to see what is the maximum temperature the oil reaches without doing anything. Okay, seems it's slowing down around 34, 35, so yes, it's going to reach 35. I'm going to stop So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start the engines to initiate the flight. I retake this when the engines are on. Okay, both engines are on. Notice that it's increasing the temperature, 35 degrees, and the pressure is low because we're using this high viscosity oil. So we have to keep it quite warm. At the moment the radiators are on. I'm going to are fully open. I'm going to see how much the temperature rises without opening them further. I'm going to communicate intentions because there is takeoff. I'm going to depart the right, which is looking at 60. No, yes, 60. So if this is 6, runway 6, I will take off runway 6.
Foxtrot Echo Foxtrot India traffic November Tree 977 Charlie is taxiing to runway 6.
Going to go back. I hope that particular tree in the middle of the taxi is not going to break my plane. Look at the pressure. The pressure is quite high. Have to lower it to 70, 60, 70 psi. Have anything behind? Let's blow radiators to speed up the temperature rise and see how far can it goes. Of the plane. See if it fits. I don't want to crash it into a tree. Okay. Landing lights. Everyone is coming. Close radiators. Pressures are getting up. Okay. Take a bit down. Let's open the radiators now. Look how quickly the pressure builds. I'm going to put it there. We are at where is the I don't see the overview. Elevation 1696. Okay, pressure. Start engine. Pressure is high. We're going to the part to the west. Pressure is very high at 40 degrees. We're going to go 270. Close radiators. Getting up, getting lower, the pressure. Let's see there. Two, 5, 4. 5, 4 around here. Let's raise these temperatures. Close radiator. As you can see, most of the time you're going to fly this plane with the radiators totally fully closed. Checking pressure.
Center November Tree 977 Charlie is type 3 miles west of Foxtrot Echo Foxtrot India 2,400 feet. Request flight following.
November Tree 977 Charlie Ujimena Center. Squawk 0204.
Squawk 020477 Charlie.
77 Charlie radar contact 3 miles west of Foxtrot Echo Foxtrot India 2,600 feet. Altimeter 29.77.
Roger 77 Charlie.
Okay, we're in flight. Let's keep down so we keep high temperatures. I want to see how this behaves. Totally close. You see now it's going up very steady, not very fast. But if I open it a little bit, temperatures start dropping. We'll see it later. It cools very rapidly with all oils, all type of situations. Entering the plane. I think with this particular oil you can get very high temperature. Let me tidy up a bit my second desktop. So we're going to cross a river. 254 is the climb more. Should have put the mixer totally up. Sorry, I made a mistake. I'm testing things. I'm not actually flying properly. You can see that the temperature is still rising, 53 degrees, and I assume it will reach 80. So the pressure is being reduced and the temperature is rising. We're starting to see optimal pressure indicated. Mountain is in my left. I assume it's this area. There's no much things to guide you. And look, correct pressure, but we can still push them a little bit more. 60 Celsius. Let me check fuel. $75. 7. We'll carry on with the left. Okay, there is a river here. 74. I'm going to reach at least 75. The optimal pressure should be in between 70 and 60. So 60 and 70. Which is these two. 60 and 70, these two. Here. So still we can push it a little more. This is the second part of the testing of this plane. We did the first test in Antarctica with very extreme low temperatures, and now we're doing the opposite now. Is this a road or is a... I think it's a border. 70 degrees and it still is not close to 60. And I can push it with this type of oil a bit more. As you can see, this ratio, I don't know what number, what this indicates, but this increasing. And if I open even slightly the radiator, let's wait until the temperature reaches 80 and you see what happens. Have margin a bit more. We're going a bit south. Okay, about to reach 80. I'm going to open very little. Okay, opening. Look how it drops. 10, 9. I cannot keep it steady. Let's leave it there and see how much it drops and when the temperature start losing. $96. 94, 93, 91, but it doesn't stay. It goes down, 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 even with a little open. And look, temperature 1. Temperature oil 1 stays in 82 and start going down again. And now it's going down. So there is no way of keeping them steady. I'm opening them slightly. Very, very little. And look how much it's going to drop. I want to see if that number, radiator 1, just opening it at 3%, there is going to be a point in which it stops that number and keeps the temperature steady. In theory, with this temperature, 3% only opening will not be enough to keep the engine cool. But as you can see, it seems it does. Radiator 2 is already cooling down. And we're getting more pressure now in the engines. So just when with 3% of opening the radiators is enough to cool rapidly the engines, and I don't think that is how it's supposed to be. It shouldn't be how it happened. We are reaching here a set of rivers, maybe this area. You can see with a minimum opening of the radiator, just minimum, it's still cooling down the engine, and it's cooling it very much. There is another river here. I see rivers everywhere. Any of these places here or here. Okay, I'm going to stop the recording now and see how. I'm not going to touch anything. It's just to not make it too boring. I'm going to see how low it will go with 3% opening the radiator. Okay, I have noticed that even if it is going down, radiator 2 with just 1-2%, it keeps quite a steady temperature. It's going down still, but this is still 71, 72. With 3%, this one is reaching already 58, and we are losing a bit of pressure. Sorry, gaining a bit of pressure in the engine. Because of my controllers are a bit rubbish. I cannot keep the I cannot be very accurate with the opening of closing of the radiator. What I'm going to do is I'm going to program Lorby, so the physical movement of my levers is going to only act in the last 10% of the virtual levers. So fully open in for real will be 10%, fully closed for real will be 0%. So I can pinpoint more accurately a position in the lever. I will do it for the future. But in the meantime, look, we can maintain 70 with 1-2%, but this is still going down. And this one with 3%, it's already 50 degrees. I'm going to close completely radiator 1 and I try to open it only 02, 01 as I did with the other one. To let temperature to build. They're a bit rubbish, these controllers. I can pre-program them. Okay, let me try. Let's do it with the engine oil lever. This is the one axis oil lever. This is this one, and let's do the minimum axis is 0 and the maximum axis is 10. Safe. So now you will see that if I do fully it's 10%. If I do a small, so I can do 1. Okay, let's see. 1 is hitting. %. Temperature is rising. 2%. Ooh. Is it going down? Is it steady? No, it's going down. Very slowly. So I'm only playing with these 10% of radiators. I can do the same with the other one. And look, the pressure is still very stable at 2. I'm going to do the same with the radiator 2. Axis oil lever, and this is the minimum 0, max. So now let's get it in 1. This one also in 1. And see how much they heat. I'm going to stop and see what happens. I have changed the code to see if there is there are something in between units, so 1.5 or 1.3 or something. No, there is not. So the is all in units. The radiators opens 1, 2, 3, but it doesn't open 1.5, for example, which is a pity. Because that could help to point. I could use, for example, a range of 3 only %, and be more accurate. So 1 warms the engine, 2 warms more rapidly, so something in between 1 and 2. Sorry, 0 and 1, 0.5. will be steady, but that doesn't exist. Maybe there is a problem with the coding, that they add a 0 somewhere, so the radiators are cooling too rapidly. It feels that way, because 1 feels like open fully radiator. No, not really, because it's heating. 1 looks like 50, for example. 200. And 0 close. It's a pity that there is nothing in between. And as you can see, keeping this system, the temperatures are around 70 degrees, which is optimal for that plane, 70, 75, and we're not losing any oil. I'm going to correct because I'm going a bit south. So, one way of dealing with this without the need of this is, for example, programming these levers for 3 positions. Position 0%, 1%, for example 4, 2 and 3. So when you see that the pressure, oil pressure, is starting to be very light, you place position, for example, let's say 2. Actually, with 3 positions will be, so close completely will be 0, middle will be 1, and top will be 2. Because with 2, temperature is getting down. And with these 3 positions, just with 3 positions, you won't need this. The moment you see the pressure building too much, you close. And you can play with this. So taking 2% as fully open. I don't know. Complicated. But with using just 0, 1 and 2%, I am managing to do this flight. Look at oil, still very well. The temperature of the oil is around 80%, 80 degrees. It's staying now. Now it's going down. Of course it's going down. There is a road over there. Oh, this road's here. Good to see. There's a lake we can roll, but I don't know if I see it. Anyway. I can't see a thing. Maybe if I go up higher. But I want to go low because I want to see how it performs. What is the impact in temperature? Okay, see you in a bit. Ah, I found the lake. This lake? Is this lake? So I'm here. Here, so I'm going to move. Now the temperature is going down, but very slowly. So much more manageable this way. I am at this area, around 10 minutes from destination. That's the river. I'm going to switch off the radio, sorry. Sorry, that's the light. So we're going to arrive in no time. I'm going to start to get ready, and what I find out in this second flight is that this system of having just mapped there's 1%, 0%, and 2% is quite useful. It's quite useful because all the transitions, temperature transitions, are happening quite slowly, so you have time to correct. You have time to do all the little changes you need to do through the flight without. If you lost concentration, is not going to happen that you have a really rapid rise or decrease of the temperature of the oil. We departed with 86 pounds of oil and we're still at 74. So we lost just 14, we consumed 14 or 12, in between 12 and 14. So as you can see, it's quite a good system. I'm going to communicate already. I think it's an unknown control. Tango Tango Apple. Yes, it is.
SAR Tower November 3977 Charlie, 21 miles east, 3,300 feet to land.
November 3977 Charlie, SAR Tower. Altimeter 29.83 wind calm. Make straight in runway 22.
Straight in 22.
Make straight in runway 2277 Charlie.
As always, I have to see it. If I see it, I can do it. Okay, I assume this road and this river is probably that white area over there. That's the town. It's in the town. So what I'm going to do is, instead of closing the radiator, I will leave it in 2, because I still have 73, 74. which is around 140, 160. And you see the pressure is not even close to 60. I'm going to put one in both. So right now using this system, the only thing I need to know is if it is 1, if it is 1%, if it is 0, or if it is 2%. I don't need 3. I don't think I need 3. So I can do, for example, in my physical lever, pull up can be 2, middle can be 1, and bottom can be 0. And with that 3 positions, I can fly with any. I think it will work as well with the in winter with winter oil. I have done 2 flights today, both of them 2 hours long, one 2 hours and a half, and this one a bit shy of 2 hours. And temperatures and stuff have been really well. I did not find any problem with it. Okay, as I can see here, this part of the river is just next to the 22, which is here. I don't know exactly where the airport is. And I don't know which part of the river is this one. The road is going to the north here. That's the bend in the north. Okay. Follow the river. If I follow the river, it will take me to the big thing, and then again. Up here. Oh, that's another lake. Could be the side of that river, I think. Yep, it's on the other side of the river. This lake in isolation is this one. I go in between the river and the lake here. Cross this somewhere here. I'm going to start getting down. And as always happens, I have no idea where the runway is. Across the river and it's there. Oh, I think I see. Is that the stripe of land there? Or is that the road? No, I think it's the road.
Charlie, wind calm, clear to land runway 22.
Okay.
Clear to land runway 2277 Charlie.
The river, there's thingy there. Island, right to the island. Okay. closing 01 gives me more room to play. Is this thing here is the runway? I think it is. That thing is the runway, I think. Let me check. I don't see anything else, isn't it? No, it's here. Not this one. Or is this one? Looks like a road. This is the runway. Temperatures. Going to put them in now. This is the road. They say 22. I don't like the shakes. They're not done by me, they're done by the original plane. And I don't like it. Probably one of the worst approach I ever have done in my whole life. Me the 2022, which is this one that I see. Oh, well, the zero wind. So. Now what I can do, let's try 3, open 3. Opening 3, that will be the maximum. Is it going down? Yeah, it's going down quite fast.
7 Charlie, contact ground on 118.1.
118.177 Charlie.
Okay, maybe I need
Goodbye.
4. With 3, is the temperature rising or getting lower? No, it's getting lower. Stop the plane. There is no taxi or anything. We're gonna stop here anyway. The temperature with 3% radiator open is still rising when you stop. But that's because the temperature is still 70. Let's wait until it goes down. See if it will go down with it. So let's say I have a long taxi and I have already only up to 3%. Will I be able to manage in a very hot climate like this one, which is 100% 100 Fahrenheit? Okay, with 3% opening, look, it's stopping. Yeah, it's not rising. 75, it's staying at 75, the oil, and it's now going down. So yep, is 0, 1, and 2 and 3%. No more. You don't need more. What about 2%? Stop. And it's still going down. %. Very slowly, but it's going down. So I will say up to 3. Obviously I can do more. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10%. And look how rapidly temperature is going down. I haven't touched anything from the original file. This is how the original file behaves. Okay, let's kill the engines. And that's it. I hope these 2 videos have been illustrating enough for you to understand how this plane behaves. And if anyone can help me to fix it, I really need some. Okay? See you guys in the next video.